Even when the sun don't shine.
Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at?
Pretty little hand in. Even when we're down to the wire, baby. Even when it do or die. We can do it, baby, simple and plain. There's a love in the short.
Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back. It is me, yes, me, the Fly Girl T. Hey, I'm coming at you with another video. Hey, for all the oldies but goodies, welcome back. And for all my newbies, hey, what's up? And I hope you join us on the journey. And if you're not already, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, hit that little red button. Smash up that notification bell too while you're at it. You know, because that helps me a lot. Especially if you like the video. You know what I mean? I am glad to kick off my brand new series, Fly Girl University. And yes, today I'm going to hit you guys with my first video on how to get you all ready for school. You're going to be the fly girl in class. You're not going to come to school fly, but you're going to come prepared. You're going to have everything you need to pass that class of flying colors, okay? But we have to start with what? Your backpack. What is in your backpack, okay? So, this is for all my Fly Girl College students, whether you are in undergrad, whether you are in grad, I don't care if you're in 2-year, 4-year, hell, even sometimes the high school girls could use all this too. But we're really speaking to the college and university Fly Girls today, right? So I'm just gonna hit y'all off with a little list that's going to really help you guys get to where you need to go with all your school supplies. And don't worry, I have some things with me here today, but you're gonna get the gist of everything that I'm talking about. Oh, and I have a surprise for you guys at the end, so stay tuned for that, all right? So without further ado, let's get to it. So, first of all, I want you to understand that your Fly Girl backpack, your starter pack, this is basically gonna be your lifeblood for when you are in school. I don't care if you can do this more so when you're going in person to classes. However, this is kind of essential when you're online as well, because you may go to a library, you may go to other places to study, and you still have to take things with you, or you may have to stop on campus for something, right? So you want to have at least a backpack. Now, I want you to understand that that backpack is going to be whatever it looks like for you. So it could be a typical backpack, it could be a tote, it could be a pulley, it could be big, small, whatever. Remember, your backpack is catered to your needs as a student. And don't worry, we're going to really discuss like why your backpack is important, how you construct your backpack is important. The first thing I really want you guys to do is really take a look at that syllabus or your syllabi. All right, or for some of you guys, it may be called course outline, class structure, class schedule, whatever it is. Please make sure you get a copy of that, you get a hold of that, and read it thoroughly so you can not only understand how your class is structured, but also what you may need for that class. For instance, you are in a math class. It might be more beneficial for you to have a calculator. Maybe it would help you if you have, line paper, graph paper. You need pencils, you need erasers for sure. You're gonna need maybe a protractor if it's geometry or whatever supply besides your textbook, right? So I typically, when I'm in math class, I like to have a notebook or a binder with loose leaf papers and things like that. So, that's typically how it's gonna be for you when you're doing math, right? Same thing with the art class. You're gonna probably have a sketch pad, or you're probably gonna have, a kit where it's like your markers, your pencils, whatever it is, your art utensils. It's gonna look different, and every major, every class is gonna look a little different, okay? Or some of that, like me, that's in the social sciences, all you probably need is maybe your laptop, but then sometimes I do carry a notebook when I have to jot things down, or, and it depends. Sometimes your professors may not like you having a laptop around. But anywho, I digress. Just your backpack is gonna look like whatever it needs to be for you, especially when you follow that class syllabus, okay? So pay attention to that and what the professors need, and don't be afraid to ask questions also onto what you may need or that will help you pass that class with success, okay? Your backpack might look different for like different types of days. Like you might have, let's say, 4 classes in one day and maybe 2 in the other. If you're crazy like that, you do 6 classes in one semester. But let's just say you might have like 2 classes in one day, 3 maybe another day, or you have 1 class one day. And depending on the timing, you may drop your books off and go back to the dorm, and then you pack your backpack a different way to make your load lighter, easier, or you just keep everything at once and it's just easier depending on how you roll. So pay attention to the timing, your course structure, everything, and that determines how you're going to move about with your backpack. Any extra supplies, I always say keep them for following semesters. You may have a friend or roommate in need, and also you may also want to give those back. Maybe you have some local kids in elementary schools that are struggling to have school supplies, and maybe sometimes your school or your community may have a school supply drive and you feel generous enough to give. So, always still keep them and don't throw them away. All right. And you can get your school supplies in a multitude of places, and look out for sales, Staples, Dollar Tree is your best friend. Hello, Walmart, Dollar General, wherever. I mean, school supplies are in abundance nowadays. Even Amazon for certain things you may need, right? Utilize every sale, every single resource. Even your supermarket will be coming through sometimes with sales. Yes, the supermarket, y'all. Sometimes look, we could get some things for free. Maybe go to the drive and go get some things if you're struggling with that cash flow. Y'all, man. Just saying. So, like I said, your backpack is going to look different depending on your needs as a student, right? So, well, now I'm just going to get to the essentials. Your essentials. What are you going to need in that backpack? This is my list of essentials for you, okay? I cannot stress this enough. A pencil case. Yes, you're gonna need a pencil case. Now, check this out. What's gonna go in that pencil case? Now, some of you might like the softer zip ones. Some people might like the hard ones. Little pouches, big, small, whatever. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta roll with it in a Ziploc bag. You heard me? This is kind of low-key a glorified Ziploc bag. Get this right at Dollar Tree, whatever. And I'm just gonna show you a few things. I mean, crayons. Typically the cost, so you don't really need crayons, but you never know, right? I just carry that around for my drawing sometimes. Or if there's a little kid around, you never know. Pencils. I can't stress it enough. Wooden or mechanical pencils are always an ace in the hole, especially like I said, for those math classes, those art classes. Whatever it is, always have some pencils on deck. So when you make those mistakes, all you gotta do is erase. And you may have these, but what happens when these go low? Guess what? You re-up, get yourself some spare erasers, the little bars, the little caps, whatever it is. Get those, please, because you're gonna need them. Okay? Look, these little Crayola ones are so cute. Look, y'all, Dollar Tree. I'm telling you, Dollar Tree is low-key the plug. All these colors, look. They need that pencil sharpener because, honey, those pencils be breaking, okay? Or they get a little dull on you. And this one spins around. It's weird. This one's kind of like, I don't know what this is about, but it's cool. Also, this is just optional, but maybe pencil grips, like if your hands get slippery or you might be a nervous test taker, you might benefit from these, okay? We're gonna need some pens, which I don't have in here. Pens are definitely important, especially if you make corrections or you need to do a wet signature for something, you need to sign something real quick, whatever. Have some pens ready to go. Highlighters, permanent markers. I cannot stress that enough. You're gonna need that for classes. Also labeling your things. You may need like highlighters just to highlight those notes, and when you're reading and taking notes in books, sometimes you can even write in your books, and that's why I say go back to those pens as well. But definitely keep some markers, especially highlighters and permanent markers, and maybe even some dry erase markers if you have a dry erase board. Like in your dorm room, or you're maybe in a classroom or somewhere with a dry erase board. And I'll talk more about those things maybe in a dorm edition. Yeah, so some supplies don't stop just with your backpack. They also can go in your dorm room. So comment below if you would like a dorm room edition of that, okay? I can't stress this enough. I don't have it with me, but y'all, notebooks. I cannot stress it enough. Notebooks. Gonna need some notebooks, whether it's composition, spiral, it might not be spiraled. Some type of notebooks, all right? Have some on deck. You could really buy some for a few cents nowadays. Not hard to get. It's optional within your writing and note-taking stuff, okay? You're gonna probably want to have some sticky notes. You're gonna probably want some little notepads, little memo pads. You know, like I said, you have to jot something down, have a sticky note, put something down on the desk, whatever. Definitely need binders. I would say it could be an essential too, but binders are kind of big, you know, especially to carry around, and it can get heavy, especially when you start filling them. But definitely you should have some of those around, some loose leaf paper, binder tabs, so you can organize your tabs, and it's a lot easier. And maybe one day I can show you how I organize some of my binders too, and it makes things so much easier. Index cards for notes. Oh, to make flashcards. Listen, those are the plug right there. You definitely will need you probably some index cards, even though I put it as an optional, but yeah, you're gonna need those too. Alright, well, as we shall, let's move on. Hey, reading, right? So your class textbooks, depending on the type of class you have. Now, listen, some textbooks are physical, some are going to be electronic. Usually it's one or the other. When it's physical, it could be a really hard and binding book, a paperback, or it could be a loose leaf that you have to put in a binder. Okay, and we'll definitely talk about class textbooks later on and how you can kind of, you know, finesse that, especially when it comes to cost. So don't worry, I got a video coming out for that as well. Okay. Don't worry, your girl T got you. And maybe you want to carry that good book, okay? You might want to carry like maybe something, whether you bought it from somewhere or you got it from the library, you may want to carry that around. Maybe in between classes you might be bored or something, but I can guarantee you with college you're going to have something to do. You're going to be studying for something. Okay, so, and sometimes those textbooks, those class textbooks might not look like a traditional math book or a physics book or something. It might just be like, let's say if you're doing English Lit, you probably have to read a few chapters in a novel, so you may be carrying that around, or a poetry book or something like that. So, or you might want to journal, maybe you want to journal on the fly. That's another option as well too. Okay, so definitely there might be some things that you probably just want to tote around, or probably should tote around as far as your reading. Okay, we did the reading, writing, we talked about a little bit of arithmetic, but what about organization? What about organization? I would say this is beneficial to have. Keep some folders on that for sure. You're gonna have to have some, or maybe like a file folder, and you can keep your papers separate. You may want to carry a planner. Now this can go one or two ways. Like me, I do a lot of my planning on my electronic calendar on my computer or in my phone, where somebody would like to carry a physical book. They will like it bigger, some will like it smaller, whatever. Please utilize some sort of planning system. And we'll talk more about planning and maybe how to organize too. That could be another video as well, and how I do it, but it may look different for you. So definitely stay tuned for that. Girl, electronics, I cannot stress it enough. Electronics. You're going to need a few things, all right? Like for me, this is my lifeblood as a student. Girl. My laptop, yes. My almighty MacBook, okay? Listen, this was like the best investment for me early in my academic journey, and it's still standing and staying strong. This is like a 2013, okay? And she runs like a well-oiled machine. Now, for some of y'all, I didn't start out with that. Like I was like y'all. You know, I didn't have a MacBook like right straight out going into school. I had a compact. It was big as all get out. But let me tell you something. It did the job, okay? You may be balling on a budget right now, and that's okay. But you know what I would tell you if I was you, you get a little refund, wait till that refund comes. Then you're finesse and get it back. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? You know. But definitely invest in a great laptop. I'm gonna say, you know, have a printer and stuff, but that's more for your dorm room. Like I said, we're going to talk about that stuff later. You're also going to need your charger. And guess what, y'all? Have that charger. Maybe not only have one, but have two of them. Because there's times where my chargers gave out on me, and I would hate for you if you have an assignment and your charger like just craps out on you. Please have an extra one ready to go. I just have one for now, but definitely have one swinging, or you have Amazon on standby. You can prime that joint, okay? Definitely, you're going to be carrying your cell phone on your person. You know what? Guess what else you're going to need? Please do this. Carry your charger, okay? That charger is so important. Carry it. You're going to need it. Listen, you can pull up and charge that phone anywhere. And I also say this might be good, just as a side note, if you drive a car. I know some college students don't. I would say invest in a car charger as well. So when you're traveling and things like that, you can also charge while you're in the car, okay? Or you may be riding in your bestie's car and you need to just pull up and charge your phone. Your calculator, definitely need that. Your math classes, science classes, you're probably gonna have to pull up with that scientific or graphic calculator. Or you can just even have a basic one around, but also we have it in our phones too. But I say just invest in one. It's a lot easier to work, you know, and sometimes they can be hefty price-wise, but really invest in one. I promise you won't go wrong and they last you a long time. Earphones, earbuds, yo. I mean, I have my big chunky headphones that I like to use. But especially when I'm studying, listening to music, or I'm listening to a lecture, like let's say for class, if after class or whatever I have to listen to something, definitely invest in some of these. Or when you're going to the gym, or you know, if you just need to have earpods and stuff ready, you know, have those. So if you need to hear something real quick, or you know, you need to tune in for a video lecture or a live class or something, it's helpful to have, okay? Just saying. And you could get AirPods. I have Raycons, love them. Whatever brand works for you. You don't have to go get the most expensive thing, just something to get you by at least for now. Optional, you may want to have an iPad, a Kindle reader, a tablet. They may help you with your books. Whether it's reading or for class or for any other things. Maybe you use that as your lifeline electronically. So have that ready. Is kind of like, you know, I had my iPad, I think, with me when I was in college, yeah. And it helped me with quite a few things. So have that ready to go. Wireless mouse, great thing to have. Wireless mouse, you know, your mouse might give out or something like that, or you have a hard time with it on your computer. Have that, please. It saves a lot of time and a lot of hassle. Definitely flash drives or micro SD cards for storage. Like, let's say if you have a photography class, a videography class, that may be helpful, or just to move files around much easier, you may want to utilize that. Okay, so always have some of those ready and have some backup copies of some things even on your computer or somewhere else, because, or even put it in your Google Drive or Dropbox or something, because you may lose it. There's so many times where I lost flash drives and I wanted to cry. Okay, so always make sure, especially for the assignment, back it up where it's not only on a computer, it could be on an email or Dropbox, something, even if you have it on that drive. Just letting you know. Extension cord, surge protector. Great to have, especially in that library, and that's that one little plug. You're trying to charge your cell phone, you're trying to charge something else. You know what I'm saying? Have that little surge protector around so you can charge multiple devices at a time. You also can have it in your dorm room, but definitely carry one in your bag. And they also have travel ones as well. So this way you can charge multiple things, or like a pocket juice, so when you're out and about and you can't get to a wall, at least you have something ready to go. So you won't be dying, or you know, you're out somewhere and you won't be with a dead phone and you're basically up shit. Like literally up shit. So personal care, yes, you can't do without. Guess what, y'all? Especially in the times we live in, hand sanitizer is a must. Let me tell you something. Hand sanitizer, wet wipes, masks, especially with all of these poxes and coughs. You know what I'm trying to say, right? So when you do the flag meeting, just, you know, have that on deck, okay? You know, have that in your little arsenal. Have tissues and things on standby. You know, you may have to blow your nose or something happens, even those hand wipes, you know, sometimes, or you may be not feeling well with allergies, whatever, have something ready to go. Even some napkins, if you've got to grab some at the little local Chick-fil-A, you know, grab some napkins or something. You know, just grab some stuff on the way, have something ready. So your medications, you know, anything from ibuprofen or aspirin, like over-the-counter stuff, you know, even to like your personal medication, might be your allergy medicine, might be your asthma, whatever it is, please carry your medication if you really need to. And ladies, this is really true for you. I would say have your sanitary pads, like, you know, pads, tampons, have some in the bag ready to go. And sometimes your gal pal, like your roommate, may need one. I know how that is, trust me. Maybe you might need a body spray, some deodorant, something to keep you fresh throughout the day. Because listen, it ain't cute when your armpits and your nether regions is bald, okay? You come and smell like entire onions. Fellas, this goes for you too, okay? Leave where you can freshen up, and if it's not in your bag, if you travel with your car or something, have some of that ready too, okay? Just saying. And just a few honorable mentions. Yes, indeed. You want to have some mini staplers or a little stapler. So you need to turn in that physical copy of paper. Bam, bam. There you go. Some paper clips or something to hold those papers together if you need to. Have a hole puncher maybe, whether it's in your binder. They have those, or just the typical desk ones, or you have the ones you just go, if you need to hurry up and do that. Scissors. You need to cut something real quick. Bottled water. Maybe some bottled water. Carry some in your bag, especially if you're somewhere where it's very hot or dry. I would definitely say stay hydrated. I mean at all times, no matter whether it's cold or hot. But definitely have a water bottle or something on tap and ready to go. And even not just bottled water. Have a tumbler or even something like this. Let me show you. Gals that love something to drink, whether it's iced tea, iced coffee, something like that. Carry a tumbler. Also, a spill-proof one will be more ideal because you could probably tuck it on the side of your bag, in your bag, and definitely one that's insulated so you can keep your beverages hot or cold. I just carry this in my hand. If you have something like this, or you're just worried about the you know what I'm trying to say, like it condensing on, you can have a grip or something so it won't slip out your hand as easily. And you could just roll with that. Have a thermos, a mug, something. Some people may carry lunch boxes if they want to, bring their lunch that way. You can put it in your bag or carry it on you. Some people can carry a whole gallon of water. They carry those big things, to drink water or whatever. But yeah, I would say just a travel one will do you, so it can keep you hydrated throughout the day, throughout class. And a lot of times professors are cool, but as long as you're not having a Thanksgiving feast in the middle of class. So I see people pull up with whole KFC boxes, like for real. But hey, yeah, it does happen. So I did say I had a surprise for y'all, right? I did. Yes. So I did put together this whole beautiful list here. I put it together in a nice little ebook for you, so you guys can take it pretty much as a guide for when you go shopping, when you're getting your stuff. You could keep it in your phone, wherever, and just have it on hand and use it as a checklist. You can use it as a little guide to help you out, and it'll just be there. So this is stuff you're thinking about as you're buying and purchasing. And it also can remind you, what to pack and all of those things. So definitely use it. It's a free resource, y'all. Nice and free. I packed it all up nice. All you gotta do is follow the link in the description down below and you will get your free copy. Follow the instructions to a T so you can get it. But any problems or anything, feel sure to reach out to me in the comments and I'll help you out and you can get your copy of my freebie, which is the Fly Girl Backpack Starter Pack, the ultimate checklist that you will need for you to be too cool for school and be the fly girl on campus. On point, on time, and prepared for class, okay? Hey, I would just like to know what's in your school backpack, okay? Hey, did I hit on a lot of those? What was on my list? Was it something that I missed? Hey, what does your school bag look like? Is it different from mine? Do you want to add some things? Do you take out some things? Guys, hey, that's it. I gotta go. I gotta blow. You know what? I have fun doing this and I want to do more. This one was a little long, but I really wanted to give you everything that you need. And remember, like I said, what I'm saying is not law. This is all stuff that, it's just a guide. It's just to help you. But I truly hope that you guys succeed this year. I want to wish all you guys a tremendous and a beautiful back to school season. I hope you guys succeed and pass your classes and in all your endeavors. And I'm here to just guide you along the way, the Fly Girl way. And it is me, the Fly Girl team. Remember to ring a ding ding so you don't miss a thing. Smash up that notification bell so every time I post a treat, you will not miss a beat. Like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys. I will see you guys in the next one. And until then, it is me, the Fly Girl team. I'm rooting for you each and every day, the Fly Girl way. Okay? All right. So to my Fly Girl College University students, let's start the semester off right, okay? And I'm always here to help. Shoot me comments, anything, and also help each other out as well. Have this as a discussion, okay? But anyway, that's it, baby. I gotta go. And until then, bye.
We can do it, baby, simple and plain. There's a little bit of showing.
Quit that, never gotta sweat that. Quit
There's a little bit of showing.
that, never gotta sweat that.
man, follow me that.